Hello everybody, this is Chris Morford. Thank you for watching. I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of fill in some of the blanks from last week's episode. As you know, you can present for 3 to 4 hours in the war room, and out of necessity, they need to cut that down quite a bit to just a matter of minutes in some cases. I thought that left a lot of information out that you might find interesting, and so I've gathered it together here. Big thank you to Anne, who's allowed me to use many of the images here, some of the screenshots she's gathered. You may remember from last season, the team travels to Italy to meet with an astronomer. They traveled along with my co-author and research partner, Corey and Mal. They meet with Adriano Gaspani, and they want to talk to him about a relationship between the stars and the sky and the stones of Nolan's Cross. He analyzes them and comes up with several ideas. He thinks the stones are related to many important stars in the sky, their rising and their setting points. What caught my eye was the path from C to A shown here, marked by the rising of the star Antares. His idea is that the stars shift over time, and that if you can find the period where the stones and these stars perfectly align, you'll have an idea of when Nolan's Cross was built. He narrows that down to the 1200s. This got me thinking about another star alignment. How about our own sun? When did that align with the spine of Nolan's Cross back in the 1200s? Was there a specific date? There certainly was. On May the 18th, the sun rises directly in line with the spine of the cross back in the 1200s. It rises in the constellation Taurus, directly between the horns of the bull. I wondered if there was anything important about this date. It sounded familiar. In a quick search of May the 18th and events that happened during the 1200s, that returned one result over and over again. That was the day that marked the fall of Acre, the final battle for the Holy Land. This is the day of the greatest sacrifice of the Knights Templar, their greatest loss. This is the final battle when the Holy Land was lost forever. So here we have a cross on an island. The cross is oriented back to the Holy Land, and it's marked by a sunrise that signifies the day the Holy Land was lost. Seemed to be an odd coincidence. Could Nolan's Cross be a type of memorial to the fall of Acre, a memorial to those fallen knights, those brothers who sacrificed everything? Later, the team investigates a site at Camerano, Italy. It features an underground cave system. A portion of that cave system is in the form of a cross with a circle at the top like an ankh. It's very reminiscent of the lead cross that was found on the island. It got me wondering if there was a relationship between this underground cave and Nolan's Cross. Might they be aligned the same way? Are they pointing to something similar? Unfortunately, no measurements were taken at the time. But after a little bit of digging, I was able to turn up a report that provided a 3D mapping of the entire cave system. This gave me very accurate measurements with which to compare Nolan's Cross. Unfortunately, the angle of Nolan's Cross in this cave did not match up, but something else did. This cave had the exact same solar alignment as Nolan's Cross, May the 18th. Because it's situated at a different latitude, the angle is necessarily different to point to the same sunrise. The team then travels to Osimo. It's a nearby town and is actually visible from the hilltop town of Camareño. This town also features an underground cave system. It was worked by the same people and utilized by the Templars as well. On the wall, they find a circumpunct. They compare this to the circumpunct found on the H.O. stone discovered on Oak Island. Now let's take a quick step back and recall how the sun was rising between the horns of the bull in the solar alignment on Oak Island. And here in this cave in Osimo, we find a symbol of the sun, a circle with a dot in the center. It is also a symbol for gold, as the sun represents gold. But for eons, it has been a symbol of the sun itself. Corian was present on this adventure as well. He told me there were many other markings in the cave, and when he directed my attention to one in particular, I was blown away. Sculpted into the wall of this Templar cave was the head of a bull with a solar disk between its horns, the sun rising between the horns of Taurus. It's the very same symbology present during the solar alignment of Nolan's Cross on Oak Island. Turn with me now to Gaspani's calculations and focus on that path, C through A, to the money pit, marked by the rising star Antares, a brilliant red giant in the heart of the constellation of Scorpio. It's the 15th brightest star in the sky. It makes a very good beacon. There's a bit of a seesaw effect on the island. When the sun is setting behind you, Antares is rising on the opposite side of the sky. Antares rises directly over the money pit from that vantage point. It has 3 stars directly above it. This makes it look very much like a goose paw, the same found in Liverpool, not far from Mahone Bay. This has the uncanny effect of looking like a giant arrowhead pointing down from the heavens to a spot on the island, saying, "Dig here, here's the treasure." If I had to think of the most simplistic treasure map set of instructions that I could leave behind, I would say mark the anchor stone on the shore and aim for the heart of the scorpion. That will set you on your way. But how far do you go? We need a distance. I needed a number. If these were Templars, what number would they use? Then it hit me. What if it was the number that was encoded into this whole system? What if it was 1291? And if I marched 1,291 feet from Cone Sea on the shore, where would I end up? You probably already guessed it. You would end up at the corner of the garden shaft, right where Steve Guptill placed his magic GPS staff into the ground. And so maybe we add this to our treasure map. Mark the anchor stone on the shore. Aim for the heart of the scorpion. The distance is the year of our greatest sorrow. Dig there. Final thought on that H.O. stone. What about the other symbols? The Templars would have known Jerusalem by the name Hierosolima, starting with an H in the Latin. See the symbol on the right? That's the cross of Jerusalem. It features one large cross with a smaller cross in each quadrant. It became the symbol of the kingdom of Jerusalem but it's an older symbol than that. The four-dotted cross is a celestial invention. The ancients divided the sky into a cross indicating the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west. Then they chose a star in each of those quadrants to rule over that part of the sky. These are called the royal stars, and they reside in the four constellations of Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. The same signs indicated by Nolan's cross during the solar alignment. To sum up, perhaps the H is Hierosolyma, Jerusalem, the lost Holy Land that Nolan's cross points to. Perhaps the four-dotted cross is the cross of Jerusalem and the four constellations that each arm of the cross is aligned with during the solar alignment, which is marked by the solar symbol, the dot in the circle. Just a theorist. I don't claim to have all the answers. I'm always open to any other theories as well. But I found all this pretty interesting, and I hope you did too. If you have time, let me know what you think. Maybe together we can solve this mystery. Thank you for watching.